Okay, good morning, students. I hope
Morning, sir.
I hope you are doing well today. Welcome to our English lesson. Today, we are going to learn about narrative text through digital storytelling. But before we start, please make sure you are ready with your notebook and pay attention to the lesson. By the end of this session, you will be able to write short narrative text and change it into a simple digital story. Let me ask you a question. Have you ever had an unforgettable experience? Maybe a happy moment, a funny story, or even scary experience?
Happy moment, sir.
Okay. Today we will learn how to tell that experience in English in a creative way. Before we start, take a look the story except below. Once upon a time, there was a young girl named Cinderella. She lived with her stepmother and two stepsisters. The stepmother and the sister were conceited and bad-tempered. One day, they were invited to a ball at the palace with the help of her fairy godmother. Cinderella managed to go to the palace. So, do you know what type of the text the paragraph above belongs to?
Yes, that's right. The story above is an example of a narrative text.
Okay. You often find narrative text, especially if you like reading novel, fairy tales, or other fictional story. To help you understand better, let's discuss narrative text in more detail. Okay? What is narrative text? So, narrative text is a type of the text that tell a story or event in chronological order and usually use the past tense. In other words, a narrative text tells a sequence of events that happened in the past. It can be based on real events that are modified or unimaginative stories created by the writer. The purpose of narrative text The main purpose of narrative text is to entertain the readers through an interesting and enjoyable story. Besides entertaining, narrative texts often contain moral value or meaningful lesson that reader can learn from. Next slide. Types of narrative text. Narrative texts have many different types. You may have read some of them already. The most common type include the first, fairy tales, second, folk tales, third, legends, fourth, fable, five, myths, six, short story, and shorts and modern fictional story. And this is, for example, kinds of narrative text. You can screenshot of the screen, and then you can study or learn with this kind of narrative text that the flyer. Okay, we next move in the next slide. Types, no, a generic structure of narrative text. So just like building, a narrative text also has a framework. There are four main parts that you need to know when writing or analyzing a narrative text. The first, orientation. This is opening part of the story. In this section, the writer introduces the character, setting of place and time, atmosphere, and the initial situation of the story. Orientation helps reader understand who is involved, where, and when the story happens. Okay. Number two, complication. This part is the core of the story, where problems or conflict begin to appear. The conflict can occur between the main character and other characters, within the characters themselves, or with nature. More specifically, the complication consists of three steps. The first, rising action, second, climax, and the last is falling action. And the number 3 is resolution. The resolution is the part where the problem is solved. The conflict introduced in the complication are resolved here. The ending can be happy ending, a sad ending, or even cliffhanger, which leave the story unfinished and make the reader have a curious. And the last is reorientation. This part is optional, so not all narrative texts have it. Reorientation usually contains a conclusion, a moral value, or description of how the character changed after facing the conflict. Okay, the next slide. Language feature of narrative text. To make your story sound more vivid and engaging, narrative text use specific language features such as the first using simple past tense. Because narrative text tell events that happened in the past, the simple past tense is commonly used. So this help reader follow the sequence of event clearly. For example, once upon a time in a small village, there lived a kind, a generous old man. One day, as he was walking through the forest, he stumbled upon the giant's quest. Pay attention, the verb live was walking and stumbled. There are past forms of live, walk, and stumble. Next is using adverb of time. Adverb of time are used to show when event happen. They help readers to understand the flow of the story. For example, early one morning, Sarah decided to go for a jog. Later that day, she met her friend for lunch. Other example of adverb of time include one day, yesterday, last night, and so on. Number 3, using adjective. Okay, adjectives are used to describe people, place, or object, making the story more detailed and vivid. For example, the brave knight entered the dark, mysterious forest. The word brave describes the night, while dark and mysterious describe the forest. And the last is using noun phrase. So, noun phrase is a group word that function as a noun. It helps create richer description in a story. For example, the bright morning sun casts a golden glow on the calm waters of the lake. The phrase bright morning sun and the calm waters of the lake give clearly imagery and atmosphere to the story. Okay, the next. After understanding the structure and language feature, now we move to the core of the story. There are several key elements that must be present so that a narrative text become complete and meaningful. What are those elements? Let's discuss them one by one. Okay, the first is character. Character are people, animal, or other being in the story. They are the driver of the story because they face conflict and experience change throughout the narrative. There are several types of character you saw now. The first is main character. So this is main character is the central figure of the story. Most event and conflict revolve around this character. Second is supporting character. So supporting character help or hinder the main character. They make the story richer and more dynamic. And the 3, protagonists. Protagonist is the character who struggle to achieve a goal. This character is usually considered the good side of the story. And the last of the antonym of the protagonist is antagonist. So the antagonist is the character who opposes the protagonist or creates conflict. This character can be the villain or simply an obstacle. Okay, so we next slide. Number 2, setting. Setting refer to the place and the time where the story happened. It can be real or imaginary. A strong setting help reader imagine the situation and feel the atmosphere of the story. Place. where the story take place. For example, a haunted house, a magical forest, a futuristic city. Time. When does the story happen? For example, in the past, during a full moon, in the year 2050. And the last is atmosphere. What kind of mood or feeling is created in the story? For example, spooky, mysterious, joyful, romantic. Number three is plot. Plot is exposition or orientation, introduction of the story. Second is rising action, complication, problems begin to appear. Three, climax, the peak of the conflict. Four, falling action, the conflict start to decrease. And the last is resolution, the ending of the story. And then point of view, first person point of view, the story is told by a character in the story using the pronoun I. Reader only know what this character thinks and feels. And then third person point of view, the story is told by narrator outside the story using pronouns like he, she, or they. The narrator can be omniscient, know everything, or limited focus on only one character. And the last is moral value. So moral value is the message or lesson that the reader can learn from story. It can be taught directly by the narrator or implied through the character, action, and the ending of the story. So moral value often include lesson about kindness, honesty, hard work, courage, and other positive traits. By understanding these five elements, you will not only find it easier to analyze story, but also be able to create your own original narrative more effectively. So now here is your task. First, write a short narrative text about your experience or simple fictional story. Your story should have three structure. The first orientation, second complication, and the last is resolution. So use simple past tense and adverb of time. Never forget, and then change your story into digital storytelling using slides or short caption with the picture. You can use Canva or PowerPoint in the media. After that, prepare to present your story briefly. To summarize the lesson, a narrative text tells a story about the past. So it has three part: orientation, complication, and resolution. You can tell your story creatively using digital storytelling. Don't be afraid to make mistake. The most important thing is to try and express your idea. Thank you for attention. See you in the next lesson. Goodbye.
Bye.